You know, Dad always said they're making more people, but they're not making more land. And we sell a lot of things. I sell guns and coins, and the thing that's been constant for me as an income builder is what we're standing on, the land itself. Is there a better opportunity than this dirt? We're in beautiful Miller County, Missouri, and we've got a beautiful 493-acre farm here for sale. You might notice all the noise. I apologize for that crow. That's pretty much it. I am very honored to be a part of this. The owner called me and he said, "I've heard you on the radio. I like your personality." He says, "I know you can get it done. I want you to sell the property." High Point Farm, you got a 4-bedroom, 3-bath ranch home up on the hill. The diversity and the lay of the land, that's what I like the most. You got beautiful creeks, you got rolling hills. Look behind me. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. There's 100 acres of tillable. You can have all the pygmy goats and horses and cows that you want. A lot of timber, walnut and oak, several species of oak. You can't drive through this property and not like it. The owner of this property simply said, "Rick," he said, "I don't have any debt and I don't need the money." He said, "Sell it for me, get me a fair price, and I'm going to give it to the kids." The other day when he shook my hand, he said, "I'm not shaking your hand." He said, "The kids are." No pressure. It's game on. If we pull the trigger on the 40 today, so that ups the ante on this. I'd start at a 1,400 an acre. Everybody in this room is going to hear that voice for a long time, and you're going to feel bad about it later. "50 years in business and thousands of satisfied clients. Clients like the Camden County Sheriff's Department, Police Department, the City of Osage Beach, Lake Ozark, Miller County, Lake Regional Hospital, and Camden Arts Free Schools. Realtors, bankers, executors, and attorneys, we can help. Our staff includes a licensed real estate agent and firearms dealer. Visit BryantAuction.com and consider it sold. It's somewhat like preparing for a battle. You know, you've got 15 minutes of total exhilaration, you know, another 23 and a half hours of, you can kind of do what you want, take it easy. It's that deal where you hope everybody got up in a good mood and everybody's thinking clearly. You know, the cool thing about auctions is that you find a true market value. I mean, you know, we've marketed the heck out of this. People are going to come that are interested in it, and what they give is probably market. It's sometimes a little lower, and in a lot of cases it's even higher. But typically, when I say sold, that's what it's worth. What I'm nervous about today is that the buyers, the serious buyers, I don't think are going to be here. They're going to be on the phone, and I don't like that. I like them to stand right here on the patio and look at the lake and appreciate the home and its grandeur. Good for me.
You're nothing good for me.
We bought the house in May of 2014. We bought it because my daughter and my son-in-law had bought a house on the lake. They became, I don't know if you'd call it disenchanted. She still had a little bit of Texas in her, and she decided to go back to Texas. So that left us here by ourselves. With that in mind, we thought, why should we come down and not have any family here?
No family.
No family.
Letting us sit here all winter is not going to behoove anybody. And, you know, saving the expense, saving the taxes, saving the association fee, and letting somebody else get the heck in here and moving on. The seller has a value in his mind. The buyer has a value in his mind. They're a little soft one way or the other. But when I start the auction and I pull that trigger, that's market value. We got about, it's 30 minutes before the action starts. Everything is poised, everything is right, and the value's here. So keep our fingers crossed. I'm going to call him, and I'd like to get him somewhere above where he's at, obviously.
I think you and I are somewhat on the same page. I drove down here to sell it.
I'm going to call him on the phone and say, look, you know, if we can get to 235, we can get this done, because I can make 5 of it work with commission.
Yeah.
When you hire a good auctioneer, you're hiring a negotiator. You're not just hiring an auctioneer, because anybody within a few minutes, I can take you and teach you to chant. But to be able to negotiate and know human nature and know who's doing what, and these 3 people standing here, it takes a long time. He came to sell it. He came up to me, he said, I didn't drive down here for the hell of it. He said, I want to sell it. Yeah, that's a good thing, but I know he's going to be closer to, in that 235, 240. He said, I want to walk out of here with 225 after expenses. You got to appreciate that's where he's at. And I can't see this property ever being worth less than that. And in time, it isn't going to be right away, but in time, even appreciate. Here's my suggestion. You just simply bid the 235. I'm going to go in there chatting for a few minutes, tell them where we're at, and we're done and off to the races. You want to do 210 or 225? You got an investor in here. I'm just telling you, seen it happen, so I'll go with that. All right, buddy. I guess you're going to stay on the line. I'm going to have to get somebody to call you. Hold on a second. Folks, we're going to get started here in the living room, so if you got any questions, come on in. Fantastic piece of property. 1256 Grandview. Beautiful home. We've shown it several times. Several realtors have shown it. Beautiful finished home in Port Acima, one of the premier resorts of the Lake of the Ozarks, a must-see. And we are on proxy bid as the last note with 4 bidders.
We've got 8.
8 bidders now? Okay. Now, and this won't take a long time, folks. I don't sing and dance. You don't want to see that. I'm going to start at 210. We're going to go from there. If you want to bid, please get on and go. Excellent opportunity. 210, now 20, 20, 210, 20, 20, 210,000, now 20, 20, 20. And now's the time, folks. Where are you at on the 225?
Huh?
Where are you at on the 225? This isn't going to get cheaper, buddy. Bryant Auction offers a fast and efficient way to market your real estate, cars, guns, and personal property. Averaging an auction every 3 days, we can market live, online, and simultaneously with a live and an online crowd to get you the best possible price. Our real estate auctions have brought in buyers from all over the world and gun buyers from all over the nation. 50 years in business and thousands of satisfied clients because we care. Visit BryantAuction.com and consider it sold.
I come here because it is so much more than just an auction for me. The food's great, and it's almost like dinner and a show.
You know, Rick's always treated us very fairly and given us good consignment prices.
I have dealt with the auctions for several years. This is the best one I've ever dealt with.
Thursday nights, I'd rather be here than anywhere. And please don't tell my girlfriend that, but this is where I want to be.
You want to do 210 or 225? I'm going to start at 210. We're going to go from there. If you want to bid, please get on and go. 210, now 20, 20, 210, 20, 20, 210,000, now 20, 20, 210, 20, 20, 210, 20, 20, 210, 20, 20, 20, now 20, 20, 210, 20, 210, 20, 210, 20. All right, give me just a few minutes. We're going to take a break, and then I'll be right back with you. I'm looking for 220,000. 210 is on the phone. We'll go from there. Give me just a few minutes.
Real estate auctions are interesting, just kind of like any auction. It takes a few minutes to warm up the audience. You'll have people with the intentions who want to go on and purchase it, but when they're there, they're kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm actually going to do this? This is crazy. And it's not the traditional way for some people to purchase. So someone can be nervous doing that. So it takes a few minutes to warm up. And one of the nice things about Rick's personality that he brings to the table is he has the ability to ease people into that kind of decision.
Everybody still on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All good to go? 210, 20, 20, 210, 20, 20, 210, 20, 20, 20, now 20, 20, 210,000, now 20. I'm not going to cut it because there's no point. 210, 20, 20, 210, 20. Online, this is your last opportunity. 10, 210, 20. 210, 20. Don, you have any other interest? 210, 20. My high bidder's on Brian's line. 210, 20. Okay, thank you. 210, 20. All right, I'm going to work with the online bidder. We'll go with that for now and see if we can get it sold, and you'll know today sometime. Otherwise, it'll be on the listing, MLS.
So what happened is he had an opening bid of $210,000, and the next price that he asked for was $220,000, and nobody moved on it. So we closed the auction, and now he's talking with that individual and the sellers to negotiate something after the auction in regards to it.
I can't do anything without consulting my wife and everything.
This isn't going to get cheaper, buddy. You've got my cell number. You'll call me a little while after that. Consulting with his wife, going to call me at 1.
Okay.
She's at work too. He's at 210. He's got to sign over 210, but I think he'll go more, but he's conversing with her, and I've been hitting him for 235. That's where I've been hitting him.
In your best opinion or judgment, should the house actually be able to bring more than 210, 220?
Yes, it should. Here's the problem, and Angie will agree with it. We talked about this morning. It should, but will it? You know, do I sit on this through the winter and take a chance on things happening that aren't good and pay the insurance, pay the taxes? I don't want to lose this client. This client seems to be the most viable buyer of the bunch. But I'd like to have one other player that wanted to hit that right in there
that's all it would
somewhere.
have taken, but it takes two.
But Bill, I can't do it.
I know.
I just can't, out of integrity, I can't. I know you wouldn't ask me to. I mean,
No.
I had 10 people here. He could have hit it once or twice. I'm just not there. And
Well-
I got to sleep. Dad made it real clear that you don't take bids that aren't real, and that's just something you don't do. Now, I mean, it turns out it's unethical and it's against the law as well. But nonetheless, it's for us. It's in the blood. I mean, you either have a bid or you don't. And there are a lot of times I have that opportunity, but I have to go home and look in the mirror. I have to go home and go to bed. Not going to happen. Where are you at on the 225?
Huh?
Where are you at on the 225?
Well, what am I going to have out of it? You tell me.
It'll be close to 10 or 11,000. And at 225, I take away the no sale and the marketing cost of $2,000 for you. That's my gift to you. Is that all right?
You bet. You bet.
Well, even though you come to Florida to
Are you agreeing?
That's what we want.
Okay. I'll do my best to get him done.
225, huh?
Yep. All right.
All right.
There was a lot of negotiating going on, but the end result, sold.
We've just recently moved in about 2 weeks ago, and we're really happy with it so far.
It's got a huge deck off the back. It overlooks one cove, so it's really nice. You look out your kitchen window and it's the lake. So it's very beautiful. It's very spacious.
What we're going to do at Bryant Auction is we'll help thousands of people own guns that deserve the guns, know how to use them, and know how to store them.
The guns are here. Everything is just coming together. Saturday is our ball game, and the serious guys are here to play varsity level ball.
Those are his babies, each and every one, and he can tell you a story about every one of those guns.
The best way to protect our rights is to exercise our rights.
We're here in St. Roberts, Missouri. Got a great ranch-style home on the market. I'm pretty sure we're going to sell it. No, I am positive we're going to sell it today. Why don't you come on in with me and we'll show you around. Opportunity today for someone. Good home here in a nice neighborhood. You know, a lot of times folks think that being an executor is a great honor. It's a dubious honor, and sometimes, like in this case, there are a lot of bills that go with this. The individual unexpectedly died, had some health care costs, had the mortgage for the home, and they've had all that expense, and they live in Omaha. We're a good 7-8 hours away. So it's a tough gig, and I take that very seriously. I take the responsibility of helping that family out and getting as much out of the home as I can. All right, here we go. 50,000, now 75, 75 out of 50, now 75, 75 and 50,000, 75, 75 out of 50, now 75, 75 out of 50, now 75, 75 out of 50, now 75. Now surely you didn't all come to watch me do this. 50, now 75, 75 out of 50, now 75, 75 out of 50, now everybody done? 50, now 60, 60, 50, now 60, 60, 50. Is anybody gonna bid? Because I'm wasting time. We'll just leave it listed and move on, okay? You interested, Thomas? Eugene, any interest? 60, now 70, 70, 60, now 70, 70.
Well, I was just waiting to see what somebody else goes.
Well, everybody's waiting to see what someone else does. Somebody's going to have to step up to the plate here, okay? I'm going to take just a minute. You guys kick it around, okay? Because you're all kind of wondering what you need to do next. I'm going to chat with the seller here, and then we'll go from there, okay? Thank you, dear. Who's on the phone?
both.
Thank you. Hey, guys. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're doing. They're just everybody's looking at each other, which is a little odd. But we've got 3 very interested parties. Have been for a month, and we're just going to have to see what we can do with them. I'll give them a minute to kind of stew here, and then we'll approach again. I'm going to leave you on the line and give you back to Audrey, and we may check back in a minute.
No, we are ready.
You're ready? Yeah. You just had to get going. This home is at half price, and I want anybody to argue with me. You two ladies deal in real estate this city all the time. Am I wrong? exactly. So you need to get on there and go, guys. I mean, you really do. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to hit it hard. Here we go. Get ready and go. 65, 65 out of 65, 65 and 65, 65 out of 60,000, now 5, 5, 65, 65 out of 60,000, now 5, 5, 65, 65 out of 60,000, now 5, 5, 65, 62 and a half, 62 and a half, 60,000, 2 and a half, 62, 5, 5, help yourself. I really thought there was going to be some bidders here today. I really did. And I'm not too sure I get it.
You know, you just don't walk into those homes and go sold. There's a lot of negotiating that goes back and forth between the seller and the buyer and vice versa. And Rick is that middle person that does all of that. He's the agent that is representing both people, which is unusual.
Are you all out? What was your?
No, we discussed that private, but.
Well, we're past private, though. We're already. I mean, you know, we've been discussing this for a month. This is where 30 years of emergencies makes you very patient. Very, very patient. You first.
65.
Attaboy. I've got 65,000 from a gentleman across the hallway there. I'd love to see you get it personally. Tom's going to resell it, you know, make money off of it and stuff, and that's cool, and I want him to make money, but I like the uniform, so I'm just, you know, well, I'm serious. So are you have any interest at all? Because I'm going to tell you right now, brother, tomorrow you're going to be kicking yourself in the butt.
She said, that's what she said. From 50, we went to 62.
Okay, I got 65 now. I've already got 65. I'll take 67.5.
Give me a few minutes.
Absolutely. I'll be right back. I behoove you, I'll chat with them one more time, but I behoove you to go ahead and sell it, because if we, or at least say we're going to sell it, because I think we can get another bid or two out of it. And if we can, we'll be at the 70. And economically, this area is extremely volatile. I mean, very volatile. When the economy is good, it's singing. When it's not, it's dead as a fish.
You know, if we were at 67 and you were saying this, it would be a lot easier. I know $2,000 is much.
Yeah. And I don't want to lose a bidder in the process of having that conversation. That's my concern too, because we're in the garage talking privately. I hope they're still all out there. Yeah, let me hammer it out and then I'll work on it. And I know we're close enough because I hear what you're saying. All right.
All right.
All right. Now hold on a minute. Okay, are they done? After visiting with the seller and I came back into the room and there was only one buyer left, we had to up the ante. He'll do 67. And for $2,500, you know. And here, well, no, wait, don't shake your head. No, you know me better than that. I'll take $1,000 off the commission on the 7%. So that makes you paying $1,500 more than you agreed to. I love you to death. You'll argue until you're blue in the face with me to tell me that's not a good deal.
You know, $65,000 plus the commission is a lot of money. And I've been in business myself for over 30 years, and I've found over the years that the people that are good businessmen, they just don't jump into everything. They want to know how much it costs and what this cost is going to be and what that cost is. I worked years to be debt free.
This is going to make money and you know it.
We will.
For you, I'll stand here all day and do this.
67.50.
And I'm throwing in $1,000 myself. So you're at 66, what you are, 66.5.
Well, what's going to be my total?
Well, you'll have 6% on top of that. Yeah, you're at 69. I'll go back to him and ask him if that's what he'll do. That's kind of it, guys, and the other two bidders are gone. So we're out of steam. This is just where we're at in this economy. And, you know, we can sit on this on the listing and see what happens, but
That's like half price.
well, yes and no. I mean, here's, you know, it can be when you drive by and look at it, but on the other hand, I look at the house next door at 70 and the market the way it is, so it is half price at one time. It's obviously not half price right now. You know.
I understand that.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Hold on. We said do it. Sold. All right. Well done. You know, when a property's on the market more than 6 months, there's something wrong, and I think we all know what it is. It's either nobody wants that house, which I find hard to believe because I'll find them, or it's too much.
This deal about the negotiations back and forth. I mean, the buyer, the seller, was going to have to bust a little bit if this deal was going to be put together. And I think Rick could see that I was just ready to leave. And so he negotiated on his commissions and the deal got put together.
You know what I like is Rick's former law enforcement, so he knows what law enforcement goes through, so he puts a lot out for us.
When you look back through his history, and he was a paramedic, a firefighter, a police officer.
Any of the charities that he doesn't expect anything back. So that's Rick Bryant.
I like supporting people who support our community, and Rick definitely does that.
We've got a beautiful 493-acre farm here for sale. The owner of this property simply said, Rick, he said, I don't have any debt and I don't need the money. He said, sell it for me, get me a fair price, and I'm going to give it to the kids. The other day when he shook my hand, he said, I'm not shaking your hand. He said, the kids are. No pressure. He could have brought food.
I should have.
No, gerbil food. I told her, the gerbil won't even get off the wheel for that.
Somebody planned ahead. You gotta go like this, and the one.
Today's the day. It's game on. We're here. We're ready to go. We're poised to make this happen, and I think it will.
It only takes two to have it.
That's all I need. That's all I need. I'm pretty sure, I know that some of this property is going to sell today. There's no question in my mind. I'm hoping that all of it does, and if it doesn't in the next week, it's gone. To me, it's 1250 or 15's a steal.
It should be.
You either have to handle the stress or you get a good cardiologist, one of the two, sometimes both. Obviously, we're high level right now, but think of the owner.
10 years from today, this farm will be worth, double, triple. I mean, values are going to increase because inflation is going to take place, and that's going to be part of the increase. So you've got that, plus the availability is not going to be there. So somebody that ties on to something like this has got something.
I don't know about these guys. I'm just nosy. I'm a nosy neighbor.
Well, I'm nosy too. Appreciate you coming, son.
I mean, you can't drive through this property and not like it. Excellent opportunity to own a beautiful piece of property at the right price. Making more people, they're not making more land. BryantAuction.com. Good. Thank you.
For me, it was a dream that I always wanted to own some farm ground, and throughout my life I've owned 15, 20 acres here, there, yonder, but nothing this size. So to realize that dream was pretty significant to me. And I realize it and I appreciate it, and it's time to move on. It had a spirit to it that I respected, and I respected the people that came before me, just like the people that come after me. I hope they look at it in a similar view and take care of it and so on.
We have a young couple that want a homestead. We've got a neighbor that wants to extend his property. He put a pre-bid in on the 40-acre parcel. And then we also have a gentleman who's never seen the property from Silver Springs, Maryland. You remember what we talked about yesterday? Yep. Don't forget that. Okay.
About a minute or less than that.
Here's my suggestion. The guy in Phoenix is wanting to sit back and wait and talk to me Monday. And I said, somebody's going to step in here and steal this thing. And well, so.
We talked about, I'm going to take your advice because I think doing the math on it, it might come out better on that.
That's the other thing. If I do the math, and I offered it him at $1,000, $1,200 an acre, I said, if you at least start it at $1,000 or $1,200 an acre, we're above 620. We're at 625. So we're where you want to do what you mentioned to me earlier, doing that math.
That's fine. You know what I told you, and that's what I'll do.
Okay, I appreciate that. We'll get it done. Everybody's got their check. Everybody's ready to own land. Parcel 1, which is 453 acres, give or take, according to Miller County, and 40 acres over here on Crow, again, according to Miller County. They'll sell Parcel 1 and Parcel 2 as choice. You'll take choice out of those two parcels. You're obviously welcome to take both. And the high bidder can take both. So if you're thinking about one parcel or the other, don't get left out, be the top bidder. Okay, there are people online. Do you have the bidder from Maryland? Okay. I think one of the things that maybe some organizations fall down on is they don't have the staff to back them up. Very proud of our people. Dylan's here running the computers, doing the IT stuff. Angie's there to help him and make sure the bids are right. We've got 2 other auctioneers here. Bill and Dave are here to help out and make sure they ring and people understand, because there's a lot of logistics involved in this property. All right. 1,500 now 2, 2,000 now 2, 2,000 now 2, 1,500 now 2, 2,000 now 2, 1,500 now 2, 1,500 now 2, 1,750. That's as low as I'm going to go. 1,500 now 17 and a half, 17 and a half out of 1,500, 1,750, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half now 2, 1,750 now 2, 2,000 now 2. Now, if a guy in an armchair in Silver Springs, Maryland can get this, we're all just down the road. 1,750 now 2, 2,000 now 2, 17 and a half out of 2, 18, 1,750 now 18, 19. We'll see, you're going to be kicking yourself tomorrow. 18, 19 now 2, 2,000 now 2, 2,000 now 2. I can tell by your body movement, you know you need to. 2,000 now 2, 18, 19 now 2, 19,000, 1,900 now 2.
I never get another chance.
Looking around the room, I believe that. 1,900 now 2, 2,000 now 2, 1,900 now 2, 2,000 now 2, 19 now 2, 19, and I want $2,000 an acre. And that you know, do the math. You're at $80,000 on a parcel of land like that?
Yes.
2,000 now 21, same story. 21, 21, and 21 and 2, 21 and 2, 22, 2,102. Are you done? 21. Now the high bidder got choice to take it all. I want you to understand that. 21 and 2, 2,100 now 2, 22, 2,102. Anyone else? All done? 21, 2. Going to sell that 2,100 with a hold. Okay. I see you're happy, and I'm glad. Don't forget the easement, and we'll get it taken care of. Do I have your permission to sell the 40? Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I do that because I know what it means to you. Okay? Okay. Sold. You own a piece of property, number 2? Is she number 1 or you number 2? How's that work out? Are you 1 and she's 2? Which? No, number 2.
It's right in our hometown, so we're close to everybody. It's a pretty property. I love the view. He probably likes the hunting. Wasn't as stressful as I thought it would be. Rick was pretty good about answering my 1,000 phone calls and kind of helping us through it. And we have a really good bank to go through, and they really helped hold our hand through this process since we're so new at it. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm on the way out, you're on the way in. See, that's the difference between us. That's the difference, you know. Rick really went to town on this, and you know, I appreciate that.
Very much so. He puts his heart in things.
I believe he does. Yes, I do. You know, you know, you always have your doubts about people and your doubts about whether you did the right thing or the wrong thing, and so on and so forth. But as my relationship with him over the period of time that we were talking about this, you know, I just grew to respect him to a degree that I just kind of left things in his hands. And he seemed to give me the right guidance on it. We knew where we wanted to be and where we had to be, and he was taking us from there. So,
congratulations! Is this your first land?
Yep.
Good for you. Good for you. I've been there, done that. I remember.
Yes, thank you. Oh, now I need to sign this one.
And then that one's the terms that I read during the auction.
Not without some hesitation, I will tell you that. You know, I thought I would be buried out there.
She, the real estate agent ran into my wife.
You need to be in the middle. That's right. You need to be in there. There you go. There you go.
Really good? Thank you. Well, 10 years from now, you'll think you're the smartest guy in the world and girl. You'll think, my gosh. You'll probably want to get a hold of me and give me some extra.
Both of us.
I think that's one of the first things I noticed when we got there. I was like, wow, look at that view.
This is the peaceful time that you come back to Earth, you know. Now sometimes I crash back to Earth, but it's the time you come back after, you know, and I don't do dope and I don't drink much, so it just leaves me hanging here, you know. I got to deal with the real. I got to deal with the real. I like that. That copywritten, by the way. Get that copywritten. Deal with the real.
Deal with real and.
See that? See that right there? See that says? It's my favorite 4-letter word. S-O-L-D. Bam. It's a wrap.
I was never a farmer. I was never a rancher or row cropper or anything. I came out of a business background. But the minute I set foot on this piece of property, I knew I was going to buy it. And the first day it was showed to me, I bought it that day. I did not hesitate.
So what you try to do is you try to amass some stuff so when you're done and they shut the lid, they can say, yeah, good job, Dad, well done, woohoo. New Ferrari, maybe. Testarossa. But,
Pontiac, probably.
We're in beautiful Miller County, Missouri, and we've got a beautiful 493-acre farm here for sale. High Point Farm, you got a 4-bedroom, 3-bath ranch home up on the hill. You got beautiful creeks, you got rolling hills. Look behind me. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. There's 100 acres of tillable. The diversity and the lay of the land, that's what I like the most. I mean, you can't drive through this property and not like it. Excellent opportunity to own a beautiful piece of property at the right price. Making more people, they're not making more land. BryantAuction.com.